record halfway through. Okay, so throw in the chat how long you guys have been in for. I'm so excited to just connect with you guys today. 6 months. Oh my gosh, and you're killing it. Okay, so 2 months, awesome. 6 months. I know we have a lot of people that are like brand new. A year, 2 weeks. Okay, so you guys, we're bringing it just like really back to basics today. I'm so excited to just really give you guys the tools. There's more than one tool that you're going to need. The tools to be successful in this business. So if we haven't had the chance to connect yet, my name is Jackie. I'm one of the leaders on this team page. So all that means is somehow, if you join this business, you're somehow within my organization, and I'm just here to help you outside of whoever enrolled you. So I'm just another resource for you to help, be successful. So I'll tell you a little bit about my background and how we got started. I'm so excited because you guys have literally joined one of the fastest growing teams in the whole entire company. Our company is about to go beyond $1 billion. So we're just like, you guys are just in the right spot in the right time, right place, right time. Okay, so my name is Jackie. I started this business 3 years ago. 3 years ago, you guys, my life was really not how it was like now. It was just really different. So, my boyfriend at the time, now fiance, we had moved to Kamloops, which is where we're at, because we couldn't get ahead where we were living before. We were in like Vancouver area and it was super expensive. So we moved up, just pretty much to cater to Mike's work. So he was working at the railway, making really good money. But any of you guys know about the railway, it's very like taxing on relationships. It's really, really hard for families. So what would happen is, although he was making this awesome money, he would literally get a phone call, 2 hours, you got to be at work. You're gone for 30 hours. You're home. Like there was never any schedule. But that's just like how we thought, like, we're like, we're ready to work hard. He was ready to work hard. I was working 2 jobs, and we were just like, this is how life is. You're kind of taught as you're like growing up as an adult. I don't know about you guys, but work a good job. Like if you don't have enough money, like get another job. And so what had happened in our life was Mike was gone over 300 hours a month. I was working 60 hours a week. And it was crazy looking back at that. Like we were really struggling, coming from like Vancouver, which is expensive, on top of like maybe not being the best with our money. We were like, I don't know, really bad with money, but we were just really struggling, and we were living very much paycheck to paycheck. If our car tire would blow or something would happen, like an oil change, like you guys know when you go to the dealership and get an oil change and they're like, oh, we got to talk to you about some other stuff with your car. You're like, crap, like I don't have any extra money. Like I hope it's just an oil change. And every time stuff like that would happen, it made me realize like how tight we were actually cutting it. Like every single month we had more month than money. And so what started happening is we were accumulating debt, right? And I don't know if any of you guys can relate to that, but you can't save your way out of struggling. So like literally we were doing all the right things, picking up extra shifts. By no means were we like not able to eat, but we were just struggling. Like we couldn't get ahead every single, like it seemed to be like two steps forward, 3 steps back all the time. That's how it felt. And so we kept doing that for a couple years. And then I found out that I was pregnant, and I was like, damn, this is like, what are we going to do? Like, I'm not going to put my kid in daycare. All these things started running through my head. Like, okay, so Mike's already working, Mike's working he's gone 300 hours. I'm going to now put my kid in daycare, and we're like starting to look for daycares, and like some people had a waiting list, some people didn't. It gave me the worst anxiety as a mom. Can you guys put a 1 in the comments if you guys have kids? I want to see how many moms are working with here. But it gave me the worst anxiety. And then I started thinking about, as it drew closer to me having my son, I was like, wow, I'm going to go to work for 60 hours a week to pay for somebody else to raise my kid. I literally get chills just saying that. I'm like, I don't want that. It just made me so sick to my stomach. Like, why would I go to work for 60 hours to be gone for all of his firsts, never see Mike, never be able to be with him, for someone else to be there for his first walk, his first laugh, like, these experiences that I just so badly wanted to be a part of. And I just started thinking to myself, like, by the time I went to work for, 60 hours a week paid for daycare, I was left with like $500 a month. So I was thinking to myself, like, is time away from my kid really just worth $500 a month? And that was kind of where I hit my point where I was like, I need to do something different. And a lot of you guys may be in a situation like this right now. Maybe it's not related to kids, but you're in a point like you join this business because you're like, I need something different than where I'm at. And I quickly realized, like, if my life stayed the same and 1 year I looked back and I was still in the same spot, working paycheck to paycheck, not being able to pay my bills, not seeing my kids, like, I was not going to be happy with that. Now, I want you guys to truly think, like, if your life, your bank account, the time you saw your family in 1 year looked the exact same as it does right now, like, how are you feeling about that? And I think being a type of person that I didn't really ever think about what I was doing tomorrow, let alone in a year, I was like, oh my gosh, like what it took for me, my kid being placed on my chest and just thinking like, I cannot do this. I cannot keep living my life like this. And so I think we all have that point as to what makes us want to join something like this. We all have something that's going on that makes us realize like, wow, if I keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, I'm going to keep getting these same results over and over and over again. And I don't want that. So I started looking at ways I can make money from home. Okay, you guys, I want to tell you about how it was back then for me. And without getting too into the story, like I did not start this as like a reputable person with a big network. I had gone through some like struggles in my life that made me not qualified for this that I felt when I started. So I was super nervous to join. I was super nervous to put myself out there in front of people. I'd previously done a business like this. My friends and family weren't supportive. Like I was so in this dark, I was just in this dark spot and I kept thinking to myself, like, I at least need to try. Because if I don't try, I'm literally okay with staying in the same spot. So I really want you guys to picture this for yourself. You're at a fork in the road right now. You're maybe new in this business. Maybe you've been in for a bit. You have the vehicle with this business to really change everything. And you're either going to climb the rope or you're going to hang yourself with it. And for me, I was like, I'm climbing this rope. I have no idea what I'm doing. You know, my friends and family aren't supportive, but I know that I'm not okay with staying here. I'm not okay with looking at this credit card bill that, you know, all of a sudden went from owing $10,000 to $20,000 to we were $60,000 in credit card debt. I literally want to cry when I say that because it's so suffocating, not even like being able to pay your minimum interest. Like you're not getting ahead. Like you can't take blood from a stone. Like there is no way we are moving forward. So I already knew what it felt to be at, like to feel like a failure pretty much. Like I already knew what it felt to feel like a failure. I knew what it felt to look at my kid and be like, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to like put you through daycare, put you through sports. Like all this stuff kind of started coming to me and I was like, okay, if I'm going to join this business, I'm not going to be the person that gives up because it gets hard or because I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, when do we ever really know what we're doing, right? Like think about anything that's worth it in life. Was anybody ready to have, everyone that put a 1, were you ready to have a kid? I'm like, still not ready to have kids. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm supposed to keep these 2 kids alive. Like, you know, you're never ready. You just figure it out. But in order to figure it out, in order to learn how to walk, you have to fall. Like you have to take a step, fall, get back up, fall. Like I'm going to be the first to tell you guys the journey with this business is not going to be a walk in the park with butterflies and music and Bambi running around because like nothing that's worth having is easy. But easy shouldn't even be in your vocabulary because you're like, I want something more than I've never had. Be ready to embrace the grind on something that can really change your life. So you guys, I'm hoping that by me telling you some of our struggles, it can connect with you while you're here. I really want you to think about that. Like when you think of what this success in this business can look like for you, what is that solving? Like, are you home with your kids? Are you paying off that debt that every single month is just there no matter what you do? Like, you know, in order to have something different, you're ready to do something different, right? So hopefully, I'm hoping this can connect with you because I just need you to know what you see on social media at anybody's level of success. Everybody started from square one. Everybody started not knowing what they're doing. Everybody started, you know, with people hating on them or being overwhelmed. And I need you to know that by staying the course in this business, none of that is going to matter. And you are going to look back and be so thankful that you overcame things that other people would give up on. When it got hard, you were looking for a way around it, not a way out. So I joined this business, and again, you guys, no idea what I was doing. My upline, actually, the person that signed me, that I watched for 3 years, left a week after I started, and I was like, what? Like, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you're supposed to show me how to do this. And so if you've been enrolled by someone that's not, you know, there, I need you to know too that you can do this business. This truly is an industry where you learn while you earn. Like, you learn while you earn. So even now, 3 years into this business, I'm still learning. You know, social media is changing. Things change, new products come out, new platforms. Like, I don't know if you guys ever use TikTok, but I'm trying to learn TikTok right now. Like, I'm just learning all these like different things as I go. And so I guess my message for you is, as you embrace on this new journey, be okay with not knowing everything or anything at the beginning, but be willing to be a student of people that have gone through things before you in this business that you can learn from to maneuver through. It really doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, where you're from, how much money you have in your bank account, your past decisions. Like, you guys, when you look at the top earners of this company, you see everything from pastors' wives. Pastures? I always say pasture. It's pastor. I always say pasture. Mike's like, dude, that's like a cow pasture. It's not a pasture. It's a pastor. A pastor's wife to like we got ex heroin addicts that are top earners in our company, and really just everything in between. So wherever you're at, whoever you are as you join this business, what you need to know is there's other people out there just like you. All the quirkiness, all the, you know, qualities that you love and don't love about yourself, like there's someone else there out just, they're just like you, that is needing you to be a light for them in this business. Okay, I promise you, whatever your background is. So I started this business, and you guys, again, I didn't know what I was doing, but I really just hopped onto things like you guys are right now. Okay, so congratulations for being here, because this is really a step above like what most people are willing to do. And I just started plugging into things and learning. And I really just, you guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to give you any like bull crap story. Like, when I decided that I was going to do this, I did not dip my toe in the water. I did not do it for a day, out for a day, in for a day, out for a day. Like, I jumped into this business both feet, because that's how you learn how to swim, right? I think so. That's what my dad says about dogs. You just throw them in, they learn how to swim. I wouldn't do that with a baby, but with a dog, maybe. I don't know, but not a baby. So I was just like, I'm going to just jump in and I'm just going to learn how to swim. I started doing the things I'm going to go over with you and you guys. My first paycheck was $30. And that's where a lot of people that you read on these forums about network marketing, they're like, oh, it doesn't work. I made $30. Like, it's a scam. No, I thought to myself, like, if I can make $30, I can make 100. I can make 200. I can make 500, 1,000. And one more mindset I want to transfer to you is like, yeah, if you're not going to be a millionaire tomorrow. And I knew that, but I was like, what if it took me a year to generate an extra $500 every single month from this business? Would that be worth it? Because reading stats, like most, I think it's Americans or in North America, like the income that keeps people above the water every single month from like struggling is $300 to $500. That's the amount of money that people need to really make a substantial difference. So my mindset was like, I'm going to learn the crap out of this until I can do what I'm here for, which is to generate $500 a month. And I visualized what that $500 a month would do for me. If I could make 500, I'm not going to work for 60 hours a week to pay for daycare, to have 500 left over. I'm beside my son making 500 from my phone, right? I closed that gap at the end of the month with what I needed, and I was able to be there with him. So in 5 months of working really hard every day, okay, and I'll say one more thing. I was working 2 jobs and I was a new mom, and Mike was never here. So it's not that I had all this time to sit in front of my computer and learn this business, but I made time for what was important. I wasn't watching TV at night. I wasn't, you know, I was waking up early. I was sacrificing to get something that was worth having, right? Anything that's worth having is going to be a sacrifice. So I took little increments throughout my day, and I learned and applied all these things that I'm going to go over with you tonight to my business. And so after 5 months of really hard work, now I want you to think about that. 5 months doesn't seem a long time. What is it? October, November, December, January, February, March. March is going to come before you know it. And I wish that would happen, because then we would just like skip the winter. That would be sweet if we could do that, but we can't. So, but 5 months, like it's going to be 5 months is going to pass by whether or not you work this business. All right. So think about how much, like most people are going to quit in their first 30 to 90 days because nothing happens. Think about working really hard for 5 months when you're making $30 a month and then 200, right? It's hard. But my vision was always planted on why I was here. So after 5 months, I was able to quit both my jobs. I was able to come home from my serving job after 4 months, come home, be with my kid. Next month, we promoted again, replaced my full-time income, and I was able to replace both my jobs. I've been home ever since that 5-month mark, and we've been in this business now for 3 years. March will be my 3 years. And a year and a half into this business, we were able to bring Mike home from the railway, which was never in the plan. But as I took one foot in front of the other over these last 3 years, continued to walk and fall and start, fail and succeed and all these things, like I just remain consistent. Now, you guys looking through, like if you would have told me 3 years ago, Jack, in 3 years, you're going to be at the top of the company. You're going to make more money in 1 month than you make in a year right now from this business. You're going to have a team of thousands of people all over the world. Like you're going to I would have been like, no. Your brain doesn't understand that because we're not conditioned to think this way. But stepping one in front of the other and never losing sight on my why has got us here. And I know that if someone like me can do this, true story, I got fired from Subway. I like to add that in. I got fired from Subway. So if I can do this, you can for sure do this. It's just, are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to not give up when it's inconvenient or hard? Or, you know what I mean? Are you willing to have a business mind and work through it like a business owner? Because in 5 months, your life can look very different. In a year, your life can look really different. In 3 years, your life can look really different. Now, I want you guys, this is an activity, like that literally, I want you guys to get out a piece of paper really quick. I did this and this made me cry. And so don't be crying on here because I'll cry. So cry by yourself after this because I'll cry if I see somebody cry. But okay, I want you to get a piece of paper. Now, going down on the left-hand side, I want you to write down 5 people that are just very important to you, like the people that are closest to you. If you have like 3 kids, you can put all 3 kids on there. You don't have to choose your favorites. But like, for me, it was my 2 kids, my husband, my fiance, whatever, and my parents. So write them down. Now, going across the top, I want you guys to write 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, 30 years. Now, I want you to match up with each of those time frames where, example, your kid is going to be in 5 years, 10 years. Like how old are they going to be? Are they going to be in school? Are they going to be going to daycare? Like, how old are your parents going to be, right? Where's your husband going to be at? Like, what does that look like for you? Where's your wife going to be at? Like, figure out what your life looks like in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Now, when I did that activity, I was like, wow, in 5 years, like my kid's going to be in school. I want to be the mom that can drop him off and go to his field trip and pick him up. When my parents are, oh my gosh, see, this is make me cry. When my parents in 10 years aren't working anymore, like I want to be able to like go be with them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to be struggling because I already knew that me working 60 hours a week, I couldn't even put gas in my car sometimes. I know that in 10 years, I'm going to be able to pick up, go down to my, drive 3 hours, not worried about gas, not worried about time. I'm going to be able to be there. So this activity really lays it out for you that it's like, you can take the easy route out, but are you okay with your life maybe being the same in 5 years? And like, you know what I mean? Like not being able to be there, like you're not able to be there now. And it trips me out when I think about it. Anyways, so you guys, now in this business, like I said, we've been able to do so much, and I'm just here today to share my best tips for you, with you, to just have success in this business. Okay, so the first thing I want you guys to do is I want you to write down your goal. Maybe your goal is to be home with your kids. Maybe your goal is to quit your job that you just don't like going to. I see Christina on here. Hey, Christina. That's my favorite twin. I'm just kidding. I have 2 favorite twins. I'm hoping Catherine's not on here because that would be awkward, but I love Catherine too. I just love both of them. They're so great.
Hi.
Hey, there she is.
Hi.
Hi. What's up? I'm like, I see some twins.
We're in Canada right now.
You're not in Canada.
She froze up.
Where
we
are
are. Windsor.
Oh my gosh.
Ontario.
Fly across and see me. I'm like 8 provinces away or something. I don't know how many provinces.
It's not 8, but it's a lot.
It's a far drive. Okay. So you guys write down why you're here. Do you have debt that you're like looking at every single day? Write that number down. Like, Do you want to quit one of your jobs? Do you want to have, you know, the opportunity that while you're in school, you're not working, you're having the freedom to like make an income from your phone? Like, I really want you to be visual with what your goal is. Now, the reason that you're doing this is going to remind you why you're working so hard. This is going to be the thing that reminds you why you're working so hard, because you just joined a business. And like I mentioned, it's not always going to be fun. Sometimes it sucks. I wake up in the morning sometimes and I'm like, dang it, I just want to watch TV all day. I don't want to do any of these like things. Like, I just want to chill. I want to be on a beach. But I know that if I don't put my action in, like, I'm not going to be able to reach my goals. I can't really do both. It's one or the other. And so this is going to be reminding you why you're here, why you're working so hard. I used to write it on my wall. Like, I used to write that if I was a Ruby, I would be home with my kid, and I would see that, and I, like, not on my wall, I'd write it on like a sticky note and then put it on my wall, but you know, and then I'd be like, wow, I got to do this. Like, this is inspiring me. Like, I can't give up on this. I can't give up on this. Now, whatever the income is per month that would change your life with this business, whether that's, you know, 500, 1,000, like, be very specific. I want you to think of the things that income per month would allow you to do, and how that changes your life. Like, when you can really give yourself a visual, it's going to help you so much more in staying on that path. And one side tip I'm going to give you guys, one of the things that changed my business 1,000,000%. When I started, I heard somebody tell me to watch The Secret. Has anybody on here watched The Secret? Just like show of hands or like put a 1 in the comment. So The Secret's on Netflix. You can YouTube it. It's basically the law of attraction, and it talks about like what you put out there, you're getting more of. So whenever you see successful people like kind of always winning, like, you're like, dang, that person's just like always killing it. And not unsuccessful, but like unlucky people, they always seem to have something going on, something negative. Like, it's actually, I learned that whatever you're transmitting, you're receiving more of. So as I started my business and learned this, I started switching how I was talking to myself. I no longer was saying things like, you're a failure, like, you know what I mean, you're not gonna do this business, like, you're this in all this debt. And like, I was consciously not saying these things to myself anymore, but I was saying things like, you're a Ruby, you are, you know, a boss babe. I hate saying boss babe, but like, you're a boss babe, you know, you're a good mom, like, you're going out there and doing this for your kids. And I started just kind of like speaking life over myself because of this. So if you haven't watch The Secret, I really suggest you listen to it. And I'm going to give you a warning. It kind of sounds a little bit culty. Like, when I started listening to it, I was like, this is really weird, but the message is really good. So write down what you're going to do with this income. You guys, writing your goal down, it's going to keep you focused. I want you to look at it every single day. A tip that I have is I have it on my screensaver. So every single time when I open my phone, I look at what my goal is. I look at the income. I look at the physical things that we're looking to do. I'm looking at the savings number that I want. Like, I look at that every time I open my phone, and it just keeps me focused. Okay. So you guys, today I'm going to show you the basics of how to work this business. And there's really a couple ways you can work this business. You can do parties and face-to-face and, you know, vendor events and things like that, or you can do social media. And I'm going to walk you through the process of social media and what is required to kind of be successful. As you're starting in your business, you may not, what I'll say is just trust me with this. What I'm about to tell you, I need you to put your trust in me when I say this. And if you are choosing to work your business on social media, this is now your business. This is no longer like a personal page. Well, it is a personal page. I'm not saying go create a business page, but if you're looking to grow your income on social media, you need to treat your platform as your storefront. I literally look at the 2 platforms that I work on, which is Facebook and Instagram. Those are my storefronts. Me being on my social media is opening my doors every day. Me going through the list I'm going to show you right now is my open for business sign. So as you start this, keep that in mind, that, you know, now that your business is your store, that your social media is your storefront, you just be really conscious of what you're putting on there, pretty much is what I'm going to say. Like, if you're, talking about really controversial things, politics, abortion, religion, like, you can have your opinion 100%. Like, believe what you believe. There's so many other people that have the same beliefs as you. But what I'm saying is, as you grow this business, there are going to be other people that can be your customers or your distributors that don't have the same belief as you. And so when you go and start talking about you know, politics. Like if you have a different opinion than someone, that can cut out a potential for you. That can cut out some of your network. Not every single person is going to be just like you, and that's a good thing. You want a range of all type of people on your team and as your customers. It would be so direct to just find people just like you with your beliefs. So I always just say kind of be on your best behavior. I like to be a light for people on my social media. So I like to post things that are funny. I like to post things that are inspiring. I like to just be somebody that when they look at my page, they just know who I am. Like there's no, you know, I just really try to keep it positive unless I'm trying to relate to something or if I have a rant. But I usually delete those. Okay, so you trust me when I say social media is your platform. Be on your best behavior. Don't create a separate account. Okay, I have notes because I tend to go off and talk about random things. So don't create a second account. A lot of people join and they're like, do I create a separate Instagram and a separate Facebook? No. Why? Because nobody wants to go to a separate page just to be spammed with "it works." They're not gonna go. Actually, in fact, nobody even wants to look at your page just spammed with "it works." How people are gonna connect with you and relate to you is through being authentic and being relatable. When I say building this business on social media, like you're not an advertisement for Target. You're not an advertisement for Chick-fil-A. You're not an advertisement playing commercials. People will buy in with you before they buy into the business. And so you on your personal page, you on your regular Instagram, not only are you able to work through the market you already have, we call that your warm market, the people that you already knew before this business, your friends and family, people you went to high school with, but as you grow your network, as you add people to see your posts and everything like that, like you need to make sure that they can connect with you. They're connecting with you and not the business. Okay. So I'm going to teach you 4 things that I really do every single day. And I have for the last 3 years almost to be successful on social media. The first thing is posting. Okay. So as you are on Facebook and you're on Instagram, posting, I like to view as your open for business sign. Okay. If you're not posting, your business is not open. Now, where am I posting? I post on my timeline and I post on my stories. So on my timeline, I'm posting, you guys, at a minimum 2 to 3 times a day. And what am I posting about? I'm posting about the products. I'm posting about the business. I'm posting about anything else that I would post before this if I joined, because I want people to relate to me. So, I post things that I think are funny. I post little mom hacks. I ask people's opinions. I, show pictures of me and my kids and what we're doing. But intertwined in that, every single day, I'm posting about the products and I'm posting about the business. Now, why are we posting 3 times a day? A lot of people are going to think like, well, you know what? I don't post very much anyway. So it's really hard for me to go from posting never to now 3 times a day. But again, if you want something that you've never had, you've got to be willing to do something that you've never done. And please trust me when I say, as somebody that is very successful in this business through social media, you have to post for your business to make moves. Like you have to. So I'm going to give you an example. You post once a day at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then you post tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning. Some people aren't going to be on their phones at 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe, the moms on your page are getting their kids ready for school. Right? If you look down your timeline, one more thing I'm going to show you guys, this is the same for Facebook and Instagram. If you go on your timeline and you scroll down it, this is your news feed on Facebook. What you're going to notice is there's not things in order of time. 13 minutes ago was one of them, then 16 minutes ago, then 47 minutes ago, then 10 minutes ago, then yesterday. Like they're not in order of when they were posted. That's not how the Facebook algorithm works. And so if you're posting once a day for your business, not only are people maybe not seeing it because they're not on at the same time as you, but like they might not be seeing it because of the algorithm. So for you to post 3 times a day at a minimum on your timeline, you're connecting with people that may be on in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. And you guys, sometimes I do more and sometimes I do less. I'm not saying like every single day I have exactly 3 posts up. Some days I have 2, some days I have 5. But every day I'm consistent with it. And every day I'm talking about these products. I'm talking about this business, my goals, where I'm going, what I've been able to do because of this business. And then I'm talking about other things that are going to relate to people on my timeline. Now, my Instagram and Facebook stories, I'm doing this as much as I can. Now, if you're not familiar with how Facebook stories work and Instagram stories work, essentially it's like a Snapchat slideshow at the top of your profile where you can put things that stay up for 24 hours. And so as you continue to post it's on your stories, it's keeping you relevant on people's timeline. So in my stories, you guys, same thing. I'm posting results, testimonies of the product, opportunities for the business, but I'm incorporating a lot of other things in there because people don't want to watch a story all day full of it works. If you look at my story from the today, I woke up and I had my coffee and I shared that and I showed them me making my coffee. Then I talked about how we went to this dog show that we got tricked into going to, and then only to come in last place for the dog. So that was awful. But anyways, and then I showed that we were at the dog show, and then we came home and then we were with the kids, and then I posted another product, and then I talked about how I have openings on my team and I'm ready to help people. And this is my story. It's almost like my own TV show throughout the day. So now as you build this business, you have your own TV show. You have your own little reality show. In your stories, just share you. And another tip I'm going to give you guys is people don't relate to perfect. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess mom and like, I don't even know, like you're like, I'm not an Instagram model. You don't need to be an Instagram model. I feel like, nor do you want to be. I mean, unless that works for you. But for me, like what relates to me is like, I have a bun on top of my head and I have a rat tail hanging down and I'm showing people that I'm real. Like literally. And I'm like, I haven't showered in 4 days. And they're like, okay, go shower now. Like, that's gross. But I'm just being myself on my timeline, which is connecting people to me. You guys, it's crazy. When we go to these events, like for It Works, anyone go to conference, by the way, here? Can you drop a 1 if you're going to conference? Because I'm so excited. But going to these events, you guys, I have people come up to me and like literally cry and like hug me because they say they feel like I'm their best friend. And I've never talked to these people before. But they feel like that because how I share my life. So they feel like they know me, and that's really what you want to that's what your goal is. So posting consistently, you guys, 3 times a day on your story, on your timeline and throughout your story. What that's doing is it's putting your content in front of new faces all the time. People that may watch you in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. As you grow your network, new people are seeing this. Like basically, you need to think that as you grow this business, you're gonna be sharing things over and over again. Like you guys, I've been sharing my story every day for 3 years, and people are thinking like, well, isn't that repetitive or annoying? No, it's not, because as you're growing your business, new people are coming in. New people are at different stages. They say every 6 months somebody goes through something like a big life change where they need a change. So I'll give you an example. When I started this business, I'd watched somebody for 3 years. She followed up with me for 3 years. And I joined her because even though when she was following up with me at the beginning, like I wasn't ready. It wasn't my time. I didn't have the income for it. I didn't know I needed it that bad yet. But when my situation changed, that person that was consistent that whole time was who I went to. I wasn't going to my friends that were wishy-washy in this business. I was going to where I felt confident that this person was going to help me. So it's not annoying to post every day. Okay. In fact, I look at it as like, I'm putting this content in front of people in a non-spammy way. Like this is what's bringing me results. Okay. So what your page should look like as you're posting, I'm just going to give you a quick visual. If your page looks anything like this, that's not what we want. Okay, black and green and like sparkles and like, body and skin and like, be the mom that you want. Like, no, we're not looking to do that. That doesn't do anything for people. Your page should look like your page if you weren't in the business. So I'll show you what my page looks like on my Instagram. If you look at my page, it doesn't scream to you that I work at It Works, or that I do It Works. What you see here is pictures of me, my family, my dog, Mike and I. You're seeing pictures of, coffee, like it's just my life. But in these posts, in the wording, I'm talking about my goals with this business, where I'm going, why I joined, what my life was like before this business, how things have changed. Like, so you guys, if you're new in this, I'll just quote this right here really quick. There's a video on my YouTube. If you just search Jackie Deering, how to post as a new distributor, it just shows you examples of how you can post as a new distributor, how you can be posting to attract people to your team. But basically on social media, like I don't want to look spammy. I want to look normal. I'm like, you're not It Works. You're still you just do It Works. So you're incorporating this into your lifestyle. So I'm posting content that is allowing people to relate to me. You know, for example, I'm posting, you know, like basically my story, you guys, over and over and over again in different forms. I'm posting, you know, there was a picture the other day where my kid literally like climbed in the toilet. Like she was like stuck in the toilet. And I'm like, people like that had like 200 likes. Like people relate to that. Like other moms were like, oh good, like you too? I'm like, yeah, mine too. That's what we do. So just posting things that will allow people to relate to you guys, on top of the 3 things we talked about. So, you know, your stories, and then posting about the business and your products. This is going to be what draws people to your business. Okay. Now, the next thing is that we're doing every single day is we're messaging, we're reaching out to people. This is going to make a lot of you uncomfortable. As a brand new distributor, it made me very uncomfortable too. I was worried about, what if people reject me? What if they say no? What if they, you know, chew my ear off or whatever because I'm messaging them? And here's the thing. You are going to have people that don't like you reaching out to them. I'll just give you the forewarning here. I still have people like, you know, I mean, not very many, but I have people that try to tell me that what I'm doing isn't working. And I'm like, really? That's crazy. Because anyways, like what I know is reaching out to people is part of this business. And I don't think you should message people and reach out to them right away and be like, do you want to buy my product? That's not going to do anything for you. But I keep it very casual, you guys. There's a lot of different ways you can reach out. Number 1 is host a post. Okay. If you're brand new and you don't know what host a post is, get with your upline and ask them to send you a video that I have on my YouTube that will explain it better to you. But essentially, host a post is a great way to grow your network and sign customers, because you're reaching out to people and asking them to be entered into a giveaway instead of being like, do you want to buy my product? So we do them as a team every single week. This week we have this prize pack. It's valued over $500. And basically we reach out to people and we just say like, hey, you know, I would appreciate it so much if you would, you know, share this post for me on Facebook. Just tag me in it. And just for doing that, you're going to be entered into our giveaway. We do these draws live on my page, so you can share them on your page. And people want to be entered into this. And so there, you have actually people sharing posts for you and tagging you in it, which can be posts about the product or the business. Now, we have all these post examples in our team page, but what this is doing, like, for example, if I go to Alana and I say, hey, you know, I would really appreciate the support. Would you mind throwing a status up for me? And just by doing that, I'll enter you into this giveaway that we have. Some people are going to say yes, some people are going to say no. If Alana says yes, I say, okay, great, here's the status. And it could be a status about a cleanse. You know, my friend Jackie is looking for 2 people that want to try a cleanse. It does this, this, and this. She'll give you a discount. Comment below if you're interested. So now what happens is Alana's friends are being like, I'm interested, I want info. You're now adding these people as a friend, so it's literally a referral, and then you're reaching it out to people who are interested. So it just kind of takes that pressure off right away. You guys, another way that you can reach out is just ask people to try the products. This is literally how I built a Double Diamond. I just printed off my friends list and I just message people. And I keep my messages very simple and don't overcomplicate them, and don't feel like you have to be all scripty. I talk to everybody like they're my best friend. So I would say, you know, hey Danielle, hope this is okay to message you. I know it's super random, but you know, I'm actually looking for some people that want to try some of our top selling products and share their review. And if you want to do that, I can give you my discount. Would you be interested in the info? Again, you're going to have some people that say yes, some that say no, some that ignore you, but I'm looking for the ones that say yes. And you guys, even if they're saying no or they ignore you, this is a seed planted with people. I think back how it took me 3 years to join, but it took somebody reaching out to me for me to be like, well, I'm not ready now. But then I was looking at her page. I was curious. I watched her be consistent. I watched her talk about these products. You guys, this is how I've signed like so many of my customers. They're like, I'm done watching you talk about this coffee. I'm finally ready. You know, I was reading in our leaders chat yesterday. I actually think it was Alana, that she's like, I just signed somebody that I've been talking to for 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? People are going to join the second that you talk to them. But when you have that business mindset where it's like, if I plant the seed with you right now and you're ready in 5 months, like, I'm cool with that. I'm going to be here for you. And I'm going to treat this like a business and be consistent. So when you're ready, you know that your money is best spent with me. Does that make sense? Like, people get so hurt if people don't answer right away or they say no, but it's like, no, you guys, you're looking for leads. You're looking for people that are interested. And even if they're not right now, making money from your phone, getting healthier, skinnier, growing your hair out is never going out of style. And I know that we're about to have our biggest launch, and I think I know what it is, in the next 4 days. You guys have amazing products that you can offer all different types of people. And so you just reaching out very simply is good. and you're going to have conversations with people, and every single day your goal should be to just have new conversations with new people and generate leads of people that are interested. So you guys, a tip for you guys to get started and just like, how you can start reaching out to people to get your first 4 customers, print off your Facebook friends list, or literally just go to your Facebook and write out some names of people that are already on your friend list. I keep mine printed because this is how I message for host to post. This is how I keep organized. People are messaging me, okay, what's the new product line? Dang it. So get your list printed out and just reach out to them. If you're new in the business, just be like, hey, don't do this in a group message. Do this individually. Type the message out in your phone. If you have an iPhone, set up text replacement. It'll make your messages go so much quicker. But message, for me, when I started, I would probably message 30 to 50 people a day. But you guys, my goals are really big. So if you have big goals in this business, like message 50 to 100 people a day. Split that up in your day. That will take you 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, spread out throughout your day. Okay. Sometimes I come into my office and just do 30 minutes of straight messaging. I get my messaging together. We have a ton of examples on our team page under the announcements tab that you can just use as a skeleton outline. But I just reach out to people and I just say, would you be willing to try a product? And if they say, what are the products? I just have a list of, I keep it so simple. Okay, well, these are a couple openings that I have right now. Something to help you grow your hair, something to help you lose weight, something to help you have less, have more energy, de-stress. Choose 4 or 5 products that you want to talk about. And then I always like to add in, or I have a spot where I can help you make an extra income from your phone. Do any of these catch your eye? And then they're going to respond to you. And then you're just going to walk them through okay, if you're interested in losing weight, and again, get with your upline with this, or you can message me, but just talk to them like a normal person. You don't have to worry about sounding scripted or you're an advertisement. Just talk to them like a person. And if you don't know something, don't be scared to be like, oh my gosh, I'm new, I'm not sure, let me go check, I'll get right back to you. Remember that as you learn this business, or as you earn in this business, you're learning. And there are 7 billion people out there. So if you go through your 200 friends list and nobody's interested, that's okay. Because this business isn't about who you know right now. It's about the other 7 billion people in the world, right? So you're reaching them. So I guess, my point for messaging is just keep it really simple and consistently. If you message 50 people and nobody answers you, that's okay. You guys, there are some days I message people and I get, sales, and there's some days that I don't. But every day I know that by me just knocking on their door and being like, hi, I'm here, keep me in your back pocket, they're watching me, and they're watching me be consistent. Now, the next thing on social media that we're doing every day, this is very important, is we're growing our network. If you have started this business with 500 Facebook friends, what you need to realize is out of those 500 friends, you're going to have a portion of those people that will join you just because. And those may be your friends in your family, maybe people that's from high school, a percentage of the people that it's safe to say if you stick with this business will join you. My parents didn't sign up until I was making over 10 grand a month. So it may take them some time. My parents thought I was a scam until probably a year ago. And out of the people that and the ones that are going to enroll, they're not all going to enroll with you right away. Some of them may take a month, some of them may take a year, some of them may take 3 years. The rest of those people that may never join you, and that's okay. But in order for you to have a successful business, you have to start reaching new people. A restaurant is never going to be successful by having the same 50 people for dinner every night. You need to show people that you're here. And the benefit of social media is you have access to everybody in the world, not just the people in your town. So if you live in a small town, actually, she's our first double ambassador. She joined when she was 19. She's like Courtney Bora. I don't know if you guys follow her. She lived in a town so small, she didn't even have a stop sign in it. You can do this business no matter where you're from. Reach new people. So how do you grow your network? Well, I think to myself, okay, who am I? Name a few things about yourself. I'm a mom. I got 2 kids. I'm a fiance. I'm a fiance. I live in Canada. Name a couple things about you. Go find people that are similar to you. Just start there. So for me, when I started, I knew I was going to be posting about being a mom and why I wanted to do this as a mom. So I knew other moms out there, there were other moms out there that some of them were going to feel like me. I knew that there was some mom out there that wanted to be with their kid and not making enough money. There was somebody out there. And so I started growing my network with moms in the USA. Literally, I'm from Canada, but I like growing my network in the States. So I started searching just on Facebook and Instagram, like it's so limitless. I could search, like, I'll just show you right now. Okay. So if I go to Instagram or Facebook and let's just say I search Texas clothing, toddler. Okay. Like I'm just Texas clothing toddler. Okay. That's what I searched on Facebook. Okay. So at the top, I have all these results that come up. Now, the first one, Lazy K Boutique. This is a baby and children's clothing store in Texas. Do you see how quick that was? Like, there's millions of places like this. You could do babies clothing in Utah, like you could do universities in California. Like if you're a student, you know what I mean? Like anything that relates to you. If your husband's in the military wife groups, like it's limitless. I would find people like me and I just would friend them on Facebook. How many a day? I would friend 50 people a day on Facebook, I would say, and I'd follow maybe 200 to 300 on Instagram. And all I do is I scroll down this page. I go to this picture that has 17 likes of this cute little outfit for someone's kid. And I'm going to just go to the people that like it. Why am I doing this? Because I know that the people that follow this page more than likely probably live in Texas and they're following this page because they have kids. And so I'm going to go through and I'm going to just add some of these people. Now, if they message me and say, who is this? I just ignore them and I sometimes delete it because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just like, some people are like, oh, I'm growing my network for business. And sometimes they'll add you, but sometimes I just find like enough people will just add me back. So I don't worry about the ones that are like questioning it. I'm just like, that's okay, move on to the next. Like I just let them kind of follow me. Now, what will happen is you start doing these things every day that we've talked about, posting, messaging, growing your network. You are going to probably see results right away as you start doing this. Because what happens is people join you when they know you and they like you and they trust you, right? People need to connect with you before they buy the business. And so what happens over the last 3 years that I've been doing this is I've posted every single day. I've shared my story, where I'm going, where I'm from, you know, why I joined, what my goals are, about the products that I love, and I incorporate this into my life so people know I'm a mom. They know I live in Canada. They know I used to have blue hair before this. It was really blue. They know I have 2 dogs. They can connect with me through that. And then as I'm doing that, I'm messaging and I'm reaching out to people and I'm asking. You guys, asking is not bad. Servers are going to, like, if you're a server, they're going to train you to upsell. Do you want dessert with your meal? Do you want to supersize your fries? And I'm like, yes, ma'am, I do. But like, you're trained to ask. And some people are going to say yes. And some people are going to say no. It's okay if they say no. It's okay if they're not ready yet. But as you reach out and you're generating leads, people that are interested, that is you planting a seed with them. And then you're watering that seed by being consistent in your posting. Okay, and I promise you, you guys, if you miss a day, if you miss 2 days, if people have to question whether or not you're still in this business, you're out of the game. You're out of the game because there are people that are willing to be serious about it every single day, and that's where people are going to want to go to. Don't think that people are going to take your business seriously if you're not willing to. So what that looks like at the beginning is you're going to take your business seriously where people are not. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be consistent when they don't understand what you're doing. You're going to be consistent when you're not getting results. I had to post for like a month consistently before people even started paying attention to what I was doing. But if I didn't stay consistent through the times that I didn't feel it was working, they wouldn't have been able to look at me in month 2, 3 and be like, oh my gosh, you're still here doing this? Okay, what is it you're actually talking about? Because I don't know about you guys, but how many times have you seen somebody join a business like this and then fall off the face of the earth and quit? Right? Like, I know, like, I'm like, I can think of like 100 people on my Facebook that do that. And every week they're in a new, you know, company or they're changing their tune. You guys, for the last 3 years, my tune has been the same. The products are awesome. Keto Coffee is life. This business is going to change your life. And I've brought them on this journey with me. And so they trust that. They trust in me for that. But my mindset is better than most, where people aren't willing to put that time in when they don't feel it's working, because they're not focused on like the long term. They're not focused on the 6 months or a year. But for me, bringing it back to our why, that's where I was looking at. I was like, I don't care if this takes me a year. I will show up and be better every single day, 1% that I was yesterday. I'm not looking left or right. I compete with nobody but myself, but I'm going to be better every single day. And so what these people started looking at was like, wow, she's actually serious. She's actually doing these things that she says she was going to. You know, I projected going Ruby, making $500 a month for 4 months. I talked about that for 4 months. I talked about what that income was going to do for me, where I was going, how it was going to affect my life, how it would make me feel to be home with my kids, showing pictures of my kids. Like, people connected with that. And then when I hit Ruby, I leveled up, right? I was like, I'm going diamond. Like, and people have followed me on this journey now where they're like, I want to do that too. Okay. So the last thing that we're going to talk about is following up. You guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. It takes on average 7 to 21 times of following up with someone for them to believe they want what you have or join your team or whatever. And so be prepared to follow up. If you talk to somebody that wants your hair, skin, nails, and then you give them the price and then you don't hear from them, like they ghost you, or someone tells you they're going to sign up and they ghost you, I promise you that is normal. I did that for 3 years to somebody. But because she followed up, every couple of weeks, hey girl, just checking in. Are you still ready to, make this income you told me you needed? And I'm like, yes, obviously. Like, if somebody is interested in growing their hair out, making money from their phone, paying off debt, losing weight, de-stressing one time, they're interested until they do it. It's just your job as a business owner to put that content in front of them in a way that makes them feel like, okay, this person really is serious. And, I am seeing those hair, skin, nails results every day. Like, I do need this. People that want to lose weight but don't have, $99, like, they have $99, you guys. Like, if someone held a gun to your head and was like, I'm taking your kids till you find me $99, like, you're finding $99. But that they don't feel it's best spent with you at this point. So that follow-up is so crucial. It shows them that you're serious, and your posting waters that seed with them. So I want you guys to think about these 4 things: posting, messaging, growing your network, and following up as the same as growing a plant. To grow a plant, you need soil, you need a seed, you need water, and you need sunlight. And without one of those things, it doesn't work. You could have the best posts and the best messages all day, but if you're not consistently adding new people to your network, those people will run out. So as you're new in your business and you're working through your warm market, immediately start adding to your new network. If you are messaging and growing your network every day, but you're not posting about the business and the products, there's nothing for them to even know what you're doing. Like, they're like, what are you even talking about? Like, what are you messaging? Like, that's where it looks spammy. When I message people and I grow my network, I know that they've been looking at me this whole time. I know that they know I'm with this business. I know that they know that I have like the best coffee ever and the best hair growth supplement. They already know this because I know that they've been watching me post because I've been consistent. Now, if you're posting and you're growing your network, but you're not reaching out, there's a percentage of people that will message you through your posting. But I promise you, there is a higher percentage of people that you will never, ever get because you didn't reach out to them. I promise you. I have messaged people before and to join my team where they've been like, oh my gosh, like, I've been watching you for so long, but so-and-so reached out to me, so I joined with them. I've signed distributors that I found had been talking to other people, but my follow-up game was stronger, so they're with me. So do you guys see like how important all these things are together to grow your business? Okay, now I want to make sure I still have you guys here. I'm going to wrap this up in the next 10, 15 minutes because I want to be like respectful of your time. But for those of you guys that are on here, can you guys put like a 1 in the comment if you feel that you've heard something today that resonated with you, or you were like, okay, maybe I wasn't doing enough of that, but I see how all these are really important to do together to have this work. Awesome. Okay, this makes me happy. So just like a set expectation I want to give you guys as you join this business, okay? You're doing more than most right now. Most people are terrified to join something like this because the fear of failure. So the fact that you're willing to be here and show up to this and put yourself out there, you guys are already more successful than most. Now, keep your why at your forefront and know that you're going to start doing these things. And you're going to have like, I feel like I'm getting a pen here, like the emotions of an entrepreneur are like this. Okay. And I want you guys to know, if you're feeling like this, it's normal. I joined this business. I was so excited. And then I was like, oh my God, shit, what did I just do? And then I started like doubting myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, like nobody's going to want this for me. Like, oh my God, like I've already failed at a company like this. What are they going to say? And then I would watch a YouTube video and get fired up and be like, yeah, if that girl can do it, I can do it. We're no different. And then you're going to start doing these things and nothing's going to happen. You're like, dang, is this even, like, as a human, you guys, as people, society, like, we are programmed to be comfortable. Okay, and I really want you guys to hear this. We're programmed to be comfortable. We are programmed to stay in a place of comfort. Okay, comfort is not, you don't want to be comfortable. You don't want to stay where you're at. You don't want to stay in this box that you're in, because that means you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're not moving forward. And that's why you're here, right? And so be prepared to understand that as you start feeling these emotions of discomfort, of maybe a little bit of like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I don't want to say anxiety, but like, I had like mad anxiety. I mean, sometimes I still do have mad anxiety in this business, but I'm like, that's good. This is a level of growth. This is a stepping stone of growth. Your body is going to consciously try to be like, get back to being comfortable. If you're doing something outside of your comfort zone, it's going to be like, no, go back into that box. No, you're good. Like, go back in there. This is good. You feeling like this is good. And every single level in your business, you're going to have a new level of growth that you're going to have to break through. And growth is just, it's just good. Okay. So if you're feeling these emotions of excited and then like, oh my God, crap. And then like, this is great. And then like, oh my gosh, I'm a failure. And then you're like, I'm on top of the world. My best advice for you throughout all this is to be consistent in what you do and work this business based on your goals, not based on how you're feeling. Because if you work this business based on how you're feeling, you're never growing. You're never moving forward. Okay. So where do you go from here? You join this business. If you're in your first 30 days, you have your first goal, which is to sign 4 loyal customers ASAP. You have 30 days to do this to get your first bonus. And that first bonus is going to be $100 in free product on top of the commission that you're earning. This is also going to qualify you for all of the bonuses that we have. Now, at the end of January, we have our conference in Florida. If you're new and you can come to conference in Florida, get your ticket and come. It will change your business. Coming from someone that never thought they needed an event, I'm very much like an extroverted introvert. I'm like, I can do the social media, but in person in large groups, I'm like, I gotta go. Anyway, so going to this changed my life. And I'm so excited. I know we have about 100 girls on our team going. So I'm excited for you guys to experience. It's for a lot of them, it's your first conference. It's going to be, it's going to rock your world. It's going to change you as a person. But at this conference, they release a ton of new things, new products, bonuses. You guys, bonuses in this company are huge. We don't have any right now, just because like we're right about to be conference, but they always usually have something. And I know at conference they're going to release some, and you guys will all be qualified for that. So to give you an idea, we've earned over $200,000 in just bonuses in the last 2 years. If you have earned any bonuses, can you share it in the comments? I know this is a lot of new distributors. I know Alana has, I know Brittany has. I feel like there's Natasha, Krista, okay, Caitlin, other Caitlin. Okay, there's a couple of you guys, but so Lana's earned $20,000. Rena, Caitlin, you guys, these bonuses are real, okay? And you're gonna qualify for all of them. So make sure that you get your first 4 customers in your first 30 days. Okay, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna post. We're gonna post on our stories. You guys, we have post examples on our team page and story examples in our photo album, okay? We're gonna reach out to people. We're gonna grow our network. That's so important to signing customers. Host to post. That's exactly what I would be doing. So if you are not sure what host to post is, get with your upline or me, and I will help walk you through it, okay? Now, that's your first goal, to get these first 4 customers. You're gonna get your $100 in free product on top of your commission, and then you're also gonna be qualified for all the bonuses that are about to come out. Now, one more thing I'll tell you about this season, as we come up to conference, our busiest time of the year is from January to July. Starts literally now. The seeds that you plant now are going to be what harvest in January, because people in January, they realize that they have no money from Christmas and they're usually a little overweight. That's my goals every year. I'm like, I want to make more money and lose this weight that I gained over Christmas. And so when you can be the person that they've been watching, this is going to explode your business for when conference comes, when they release these, okay? So make sure you guys are getting your first 4 customers in your first 30 days. Now from there, your next plan of action is to learn how to go Ruby. Ruby is the foundation of really this business. It's our kind of like it's our second rank, and it's what everyone should be shooting for as a brand new distributor. And it averages $500 a month plus bonuses. And what's amazing about Ruby, if you can figure out how to go Ruby, you can get to any rank in this company, because all the ranks are just made up from a lot of different rubies. So if you want to go diamond, that's 3 rubies. It's helping 3 people go ruby. Diamonds average $2,500 a month. And I feel like there's going to be a bonus attached to diamond. So who's going to be diamond by conference or like coming out of conference? I know Caitlin's going to be diamond coming out of conference because Caitlin is killing it. And I'm looking through, I see a couple of you guys that I just know are going to be diamond or above come conference. I mean, anybody can. You could just be, whoops, I just exited this. No, I didn't. You could be starting brand new in your business today and be diamond by then. So really master ruby, and that's going to help you go diamond. Okay. Now, if you're like, what is a ruby chart? You guys, this is one of the tips I'm going to have for you. Be resourceful in everything that you do in this business. I promise you, nobody is coming to your door to explain to you what a ruby is, okay? You are not in a job, you own a business. So if you're like, I'm not sure what a ruby is, go to YouTube. YouTube, you have access to $1 million training literally at your fingertips. Find top earners. You know, we have a list of them in our team page in our new distributor thread. And just follow them. Look at a couple different people's. It's really simple. It's 3 people on your team and then customers. Okay. That's life-changing money. Master how to go ruby. And then from there, you're going to go emerald, diamond, and you're just going to keep going. And it's going to be awesome. But one more thing that I'm going to say before I wrap this up, if I can give you guys any kind of tip, I'm going to give you guys 2 tips actually. First, let me just share my screen with you here. We're just going to show you guys as new distributors a couple things in the team page that's really going to help you. Why is this so slow? All right. Okay, so let me share screen. All right. So one of the tips I have for you is to really stay plugged in. Okay, you're gonna have days where it gets hard, or you feel like you're all alone, or like you're like, oh my gosh, nobody's feeling like this, or I don't know how I'm gonna get through this because I feel like I'm the only person that's going through this. YouTube is gonna help you so much through this. Okay, this is how we became top enrollers. Everything that I learned on signing distributors, enrolling customers, how to do stories, being organized, getting through ruts, I found on YouTube. So when I started, Jade Hooper was like one of the main people that I followed, and I really just connected with her. You're going to find different leaders that you connect with. How I say something to you may not resonate with you like somebody else would. Like, you're really just going to find people that you connect with, but you have to go find them. And so Jade Hooper was mine. She's awesome. And I would search her YouTube channel for keywords. So for example, when I heard that every single week I could earn $100 in bonuses, unlimited, by enrolling distributors and helping them get started successfully, I was like, I want to enroll. I want to learn how to be the best distributor enroller. I want to learn how to attract the best people to my team. And this is not something that I knew naturally, and I don't expect you to, but I was willing to go find it. So for example, I would type in Jade Hooper distributor. And there's all these videos, my little secret to enrolling DTs, new distributor training, how to grow your team, how to talk to distributors, how to mass enroll the right way. You know, if I was feeling in a funk, like, you know, you're going to have days where you just feel like, oh my gosh, am I the only person feeling like this? I would watch videos like this. You guys, I didn't have an upline, so I would sit and listen to these, and they would get me out of these like seasons of my business where I felt like I couldn't do it. If I wanted to know, you know, how to make an Instagram story or how to do Instagram, I'm following all these leaders. They have all these trainings. You guys, I have a ton of trainings. Like, go through and just find people that you relate to. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you, oh my gosh, that's such a cute outfit. Dang it, I want that outfit. Okay. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is just some places that are really going to help you in the team page, resources for you. So I'm going to share a screen. You guys should all be in our Diamond Tribe team page. And I really tried to set this up to duplicate success in our team where you can just find the resources for you. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is under announcements. This is like our main, like, these are like our pinned threads. So whenever you sign a new distributor, this is where you're going to tag them. Okay. So if you click continue reading, it's going to be just like a training to tag your new distributors. So you're going to tag them in the comments of this thread when they get started. And this is going to be their first step. So it just welcomes to the team. I have a list of really amazing leaders they can follow. Obviously there's so much more than this. I just had these like in my phone and I just put them together. So there's a lot more, but start here. There's 5 training videos that they need to watch. They're really short and they're the basics of this business. So what a loyal customer is, how to set up your e-suite, everything like that. So if you haven't watched these 5 videos, just go back and watch them. It shows you how to log into your e-suite, you know, where to find information on the products, the training academy, like just things like, you know, the compensation, you know, just there's so much in here. So just read through this, you guys. There's an example of a first post and definitions for each product. So if someone asks you what the cleanse is, you can come here and just copy this. There's pricing, everything is here, okay? Now, also under announcements, we're going to have our host a post thread, which is those giveaways that we were talking about. So as people enter into this giveaway, you're going to screenshot their post in the comments. And then how we do the winner is let's say if there's 2,000 entries, we're going to go do a random number generator through Google. So I'll do 1 to 2,000, whatever number pops up, whoever screenshot wins gets this, and then we ship it out. This is our boom thread. So if you enroll a loyal customer or distributor, you're going to just screenshot it for the month here. And then we do a draw for $100 cash, which reminds me, I have to transfer Jesse $100 cash from last month. I'm going to write that down. Okay, down here is just some post examples that you can use. So I'm going to continue to add to this. In here, you're going to find a ton of different lifestyle posts, which will attract distributors, and product posts that you can use with pictures. I'm going to make a point to continue to add to this, so you can tag your new DTs in this as well as you guys grow your team. This is September boom, so I'm going to delete that. Delete, right? October, yes. Okay, helpful videos. So this is just the thread of videos that have really helped me. You guys, I'm telling you, YouTube is going to change your business. Commit to watching 1 a day. So just, you know, as there's just like, you know, this is like, I'll just like kind of give us like I'll kind of give like an outline. So if you have people on your team that aren't working, watch this. This Zoom was fire. Like I just kind of go through, stay plugged into this, okay? How to build Instagram. Message and script examples. Again, I'll continue to add to this as well. But just in the comments here, there's just examples of ways that I'm messaging out to people. And if you don't see them, just go to the top of the comment thread. First message for new distributors, there's another one there. Okay, this is a really great app I'm going to tell you guys about. So this in the comments, it just talks a little bit more about it, but there's an app called Klarna, Klarna, and basically it only works in the US, and it allows you to split up any payments into 4 equal payments with no interest. So if you have somebody that wants to join for $99 and they don't have it and they're in the US, you can offer Klarna. Basically, they apply through Klarna. There's no credit check done. They'll lend you the $100 to get started right away, and then you pay $25 up front, and then $25 in 2 weeks, $25 in 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks. So this is going to be a great way to get distributors. Host a post, you guys. This is all under the announcement still. So how to reach out, what to get people to post. Just read through here. It's just going to be really helpful. Photos, if you click on photos, you're going to be able to click albums. Okay, there's a ton of different albums you can go through. So I'm just going to read a couple of these to you really quickly. So Instagram host to post, how to message credit card declines, info on red and greens, tips for working Instagram, shout out albums, examples of wording to talk to customer, post to sign distributors. So in the comments, you're going to find all this stuff, product definitions, product prices, how to explain our loyal customer program, new distributor training videos, growing your business, post example to sign customers, just a ton here. Go triple buy conference, earn a Louis Vuitton bag, right? Maybe. Who's going to go triple buy conference? Alana. I can see one person on the screen, so I'm sure there's more of you, but I'm just looking straight at Alana. Okay. So anyways, there's a lot in there, a lot you can go through. You guys, there's some stuff under units, but basically it's going to be announcements, photos, units, there's going to be videos, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's wrap this up because I know it's been an hour and 12 minutes. But you guys, I think just knowing that you can do this, honestly, like you have to have the belief that you can do this, and then the action is going to be what gets you there. But I really want you guys to know, like, no matter who you are, where you're from, like what your background is, you can absolutely be successful in this business. You just have to decide, and you just have to be willing to treat it like a business. You have to be willing to, you know, have some hiccups and bumps in the road and things that don't go as planned. Like, it happens to me still. And my mindset is always just like, how can I learn from this? How can I maneuver through this? How can I be better? And how can I treat, you know, how can I get this better for next time, pretty much. When you can have that mindset, you literally can't lose. The only time you're going to quit is the only time you're going to fail is if you quit. This was so helpful. Okay, good. I'm so happy. I'm just happy. And you guys, like, just to kind of go off of what Whitney said, just having an off day. You're going to have off days. And what helps me is plugging into stuff like this. Seriously, it keeps me fired up. Even to this day, I watch videos all the time. Sometimes I just type in the word motivation on YouTube. Okay, just be prepared to go through an uncomfortable, I don't know, I'm gonna say stage, but like something that's gonna make you grow. Okay. The last thing I'm gonna say is, if you guys are new, I want you to know that you have the option to purchase a conference ticket, and I just want to go over quickly what the benefits of this to you is. So this is only until the 6th of this month. You can do an easy pay option, so you can actually get it through eSuite and then not pay until your commissions come out. But by going to conference, you guys, by buying a ticket, obviously you can go to conference. So it's in Florida at the end of, I think it's January 29th to February 1st. Is anybody on here from Florida? If you want to just throw it in the chat, I just want to know if anyone's from Florida. We're going to have over 100 people going from our team, so it would just be a really great chance to connect. But one of the perks that you get for building your business to make this money right back and then some is you get 5 codes to help people get started in business with you for 50% off. That is going to give them over $150 in product, and it's going to help you get building your team, but also get fast start bonuses. So each of those distributors, you qualify for a $100 fast start bonus. Thank you. That looks really good. $100 fast start bonus. And so that's $500 in bonuses alone, plus you're building your team. And then you also get 5 product rewards. So the product rewards also happen when you sign every 2 customers. So every 2 customers that you keep under, you get a product reward. And there's 5 different products. Like I think there's wraps, facials, coffee, keto energy, maybe something else, where you can buy the product for 75% off and then sell it for cash. So example, you could buy a pack of wraps for $25. In here, there are 4 wraps that you can sell at $25 each. You're profiting $75 cash. So you'll get 5 product rewards to use. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming on so much. Thank you for like just spending your time with me tonight. And I know that you can do this, and I'm here to help you. Okay. And I'm telling you, write your goals down and decide you're going to do this. And if you want to like message me and just like tell me your goals, like I'm here to like talk you guys through them, not through them, but like just like cheer you on pretty much. I'm just like a cheerleader here for you guys. I'll never make you do this business, but I will always inspire you to do it, because honestly, if you commit yourself, your life will change. And feel free to follow me, you guys, on my Facebook and my Instagram. I'll link it below. I'm going to link below all this stuff. You can follow me. You can use any of my posts. You can use any of my, like anything, any stories, anything that you guys need. You can use, tag me in your post if you guys want. I can cheer you on. And then you guys, my YouTube is just the same, and it has a lot of training on there as well. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.